to be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Y'all know who it is, Miss Angel Baby, and I am back with another video. That's right, y'all. I'm back with another video, and today we're gonna be talking about Gangsta Moji and Luvd by Erica. Remember, I was telling y'all that I wanted to find out a little bit more about their relationship and kind of like what was the deal between Gangsta Moji and Luvd by Erica. But, you know, I got a little bit of information and I'm going to tell y'all too. But before I get started, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure you hit that bell too. So anytime I drop a video, y'all going to be notified. Period. Okay, y'all. So we just going to get right into this. So, the last I talked about this whole thing with the recordings in Gangsta Moji, right? I was almost convinced that Gangsta Moji had absolutely, well, not absolutely, hands-on, nothing to do with it. But, you know, I said that it was his fault because, you know, he did dish out the recordings. Y'all, it's worse than I thought. Okay. So, I've seen this channel. It's the same channel where I seen Gangsta Moji in the live the other day. It's Miss Lita. And so, you know, I'm just scrolling through. And then, what do you know? I come across a video, y'all, that says, y'all want to hear some recordings?
Oh.
Right. Y'all want to hear some recordings. So, yeah. Gangsta Moji and Miss Lita were in a live. Now, this live was about 4 months ago, okay? But it wasn't the only live. There's other lives, too. But we just going to talk about this one. Because this is kind of just getting us into what's going on. And it's pretty darn juicy, okay?
Okay.
So, anyway. You know, Gangsta Moji basically just said, like, you know, him and Luvd by Erica were cool. You know what I'm saying? They were kind of close. They, like, talked on the phone all the time. And I'm thinking, okay, he's a man. She's a woman. You know what I'm saying? We grown. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know what's up. But in my opinion, I feel like maybe there was a little bit more going on. But if they both say nothing, then, you know, really can't go with that. You know what I'm saying? Because then that would be pulling a mop head.
Gotcha, bitch.
Anyway, so she gave him a few pointers about his YouTube and just trying to help him, you know what I mean? So he described a relationship that was like, you know, really good friends. So one day, now all this is allegedly, I should have started that off, alleged. Okay, so allegedly, Gangsta Moji says that his phone rings one day. And he picks it up and he hears what he believes to be Luvd by Erica and Mr. Cryer. And they're into it. And at this time, you know, Gangsta Moji says he allegedly, you know, didn't know what to do. You know, he didn't know, like, if he should call the cops or, like, what's going on, you know. So I guess he didn't call the cops. So he just started listening.
That's weird.
So I guess, you know, after that whole debacle, everything happened or whatever, Luvd by Erica called him. He allegedly was asking her, he was like, like, what was that about? You know, what was going on? And she told him, oh, you know, we just got into it, and I wanted you to listen just in case something happens to me. So I'm like, damn. I'm thinking in my mind, it's like that. So Gangsta Moji said at that time, he was thinking like, I'm going to start recording now. Now's the time to start recording. Now, y'all, dig this. Gangsta Moji did say out of his own mouth, y'all, that Luvd by Erica necessarily did not know exactly when he was recording or what exactly he was recording. He also said at that moment he knew he had to record, and he was saying that, and he was like, to be honest with y'all, it wasn't really in the best interest of Luvd by Erica's safety, not at all times. Guess what, y'all? Gangsta Moji said, okay, that he was starting to record because he knew one day that he was going to have to most likely use it against Luvd by Erica.
And
Because he had a feeling that he might get into it with her. So here he goes. He's recording stuff. He pulls out the recording, y'all.
Oh, hell no!
Now, I'm not going to lie. This recording was so freaking triggering. But I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have probably already heard the recording before. It's actually the recording that Luvd by Erica had put out before the one of her and Mr. Cryer getting into it. And then what sounded like, you know, maybe he had put his hands on her. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I feel about that. But we're going to talk about how this all happened, allegedly. Okay? So, Gangsta Moji says, on that day, Luvd by Erica called him. The phone rings. He hears what's going on. So he begins to record. And he had all this down. And let me tell y'all, yes, that recording sounded like Mr. Cryer put his hands on her. Luvd by Erica even said in the video, what, you're going to hit me? What, you know, you're going to hit me? And it was very, very hard to listen to. Gangsta Moji, you know, he talked to Luvd by Erica and he tells her, he basically says, look what I got. And she's like, what? And he lets her hear the recording. And then he says that she allegedly says, ooh, say that.
got him! got him!
And he was like, all right, I'm going to say that for you. So my only question is, y'all, with all these recordings that Gangsta Moji, you know, allegedly recorded, okay, about those recordings, let me tell you where he said some of them went and what he did with some of them. Even though we don't know which ones he recorded and which one Luvd by Erica recorded. So let's just say if she was going to do anything legally about it, she probably really couldn't. Or maybe she could, because when he admitted that sometimes, you know, she knew that he was recording and sometimes she didn't. So just either or. It could go either way. So Gangsta Moji, right? He has the recording. Let me tell y'all what he said, and then I'm going to let y'all hear it, because I got a little sneak peek. Gangsta Moji says that he sold some of the recordings, he deleted some, and he kept some. Okay? After he played that one he said he had like 5 more recordings, y'all.
Recordings that I recorded long time ago, and some of y'all may have have heard this recording through other YouTube sources that I shared it with, who may have
or the one that bought them.
or the one that bought the actual recordings. But when I saw the recordings, I still kept from mainly a lot of recordings I did delete, but I saved some. But anyway,
Now I'm starting to think that maybe Gangsta Moji has everything to do with these recordings coming out. Because in that live, Gangsta Moji said that it was war. And that if any of Luvd by Erica's minions or friends came out and said anything about anybody in his family or anything like that, he was going to release. He also said, you guys, that you never, throw all your, basically you never throw everything you have out there. So basically you just hold on to it and then you just keep going. And he said it was like in a strategic way. Y'all think I'm lying? Going on over to the Miss Lita channel. Scroll on down. It's about 4 months ago. It's called Y'all Want to Hear Some Recordings. And not just that, it was a bunch of other juicy stuff up in there. So Moji said that when Luvd by Erica got upset with Mr. Crier, she allegedly called Gangsta Moji and was like, hey, do you still have those recordings? He was like, yup, I sure do.
Really, nigga?
She was like, can you send it to me? Allegedly. And he allegedly said, yup, sure can. And he said he emailed it over to her. So he was saying that's where those recordings came from. The one where it seemed like Mr. Crier was putting his hands on her. Gangsta Moji also said that he did ask Luvd by Erica, did Mr. Crier put his hands on you? He said, okay, this is allegedly. He said that she said, no, he didn't put his hands on me. We were just into it, but he didn't put his hands on me. Gangsta Moji said, it sounded like it. And I'm not going to lie. To me, it sounded like it. Also, Moji also said the same thing that Luvd by Erica said. Y'all, he said that Mucker allegedly, okay, told Luvd by Erica to release those recordings and basically tell everybody that it was Damien that put his hands on her to get the heat off of him, y'all.
and
So, what I'm thinking, and y'all remember when Luvd by Erica exposed her truth, and she said she gave those recordings to a few people. Why would she do that? And what was the purpose? In my opinion, I felt like maybe it was to blackmail. That's just in my opinion. Like, why are you spreading out all of these recordings? And now, she has absolutely no clue what could be coming out. So, I'm pretty sure Luvd by Erica is just sitting back, day by day, nervous, trying to figure out when everything is just going to blow to a head. Not just that, y'all. What if Gangsta Moji has some recordings that can be very, very damaging? Maybe something that she's saying about Mr. Crier? Maybe along the lines of probably using him? Or maybe a plot? Wouldn't that be crazy? Now, this is just my thoughts. This is just my little, you know, just thinking. Wouldn't that be crazy, y'all? But we never know what's going to come out. And then not just that. For the simple fact that even when Gangsta Moji said he was recording her and Mr. Cryer's dealings, but when he was having those personal conversations on the phone with her, y'all don't think he was recording that stuff too? I'm just saying. So, I mean, I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like Gangsta Moji has everything to do with these recordings. And I feel like he's just playing, like, he's trying to, like, mess with everybody's head. Like, no, I have nothing to do with it. But I feel like he does. That's just my opinion.
Period.
Let me know what y'all think. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. All that good stuff. Until next time, y'all. Peace.
Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.